Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining with us today. The presentation will begin shortly. In the meantime, it would be great if you could answer the following question, which will be on your screen. This is just a short survey done to further improve your webinar experience. Thank you guys for voting. Now let's begin. Once again, hello everyone. Warm welcome to everyone who took the time of their busy schedule to attend this webinar. We really appreciate your presence. Today, Uffizio has joined hands with Navtelecom, and he's bringing a webinar that is jam-packed with information about Canvas right to your doorstep. Now, it's no secret that the CAN has caused a lot of buzz in the telematics industry. CAN is one of those technologies that almost all fleet managers are using day after day, but are not fully aware of its potential. So if you are one of those fleet managers or a business that heavily relies on transportation services, then this webinar is a must attend for you. In the next 30 to 35 minutes, you will learn everything that you need to know about CAN, and you will understand the importance of CAN in boosting your vehicle's health. It was Feb of 1986 when Robert Bosch introduced the world to CAN. This day marked the birth of one of the most successful network protocols that the world has ever seen. Today, almost every passenger vehicle is equipped with a CAN bus. The CAN protocol has reduced complexity and added flexibility to in-fleet vehicle communications. That's why its use has no longer been limited to automobiles, even though it was created specifically for fleets. Ships, barges, trains, airplanes, and even industrial equipments utilize CAN. So please allow us to introduce you all to the world of CAN bus. I'm Kiran Nair from Uffizio. I work as the customer success manager and have a great deal of experience helping fleet managers add or customize CAN parameters to their fleet management solutions. And I'm co-hosting this wonderful webinar along with Kate. Kate, would you like to quickly introduce yourself?
Yeah, of course, Kiran. Hello, hi, dear audience. Thanks, Uffizio team, for hosting this webinar today. Just a couple of words about myself. My name is Ekaterina Petrova, and I'm an expert manager in Navtelecom. My main task is to provide our international partners with good solutions for their business, especially using advanced, reliable technologies. So reading CAN bus data is exactly one of these opportunities. So I guess we can start.
Now, before we begin, I'd like to tell you a little about Uffizio. We are Uffizio. We build GPS and telematics-based software solutions from the ground up, and here's what we are proud of. We have conducted successful business enterprises in over 60 countries. We have an extensive hardware partner network, meaning our clients never have to worry about the hardware needs. Besides, our FM platform is hardware independent. So we'll be happy to work with the hardware of your choice. What truly sets us apart is that we also provide customizable white label solutions to businesses. This means that you get to keep your brand name when you use Uffizio's fleet management system. Currently, 1.2K devices are integrated on Uffizio's FM platform. However, the true proof of our hard work is our clients. We have 50,000 happy customers, and we work round the clock to serve them better. Kate, would you like to introduce Navtelecom now?
Yes, Kiran, I will do that with pleasure. Navtelecom is international developer and manufacturer of GPS hardware for vehicle monitoring with a head office based in Russia. Our company has 14 years experience on the market of telematics solutions. This long period of time helped us to understand on what things we need to concentrate to provide our clients with quality products, making them in particular to be reliable, functional, and affordable at a time. We do not only focus on developing hardware, we also give our partners friendly usable software for configuration, mobile application, and web server with configuration elements. Now our equipment is presented in more than 30 countries and 4 regions of the world. For the past year, we managed to produce and sell more than 190,000 device units. And actually, it's all I like to say about Navtelecom now.
Thank you for the quick intro, Kate. Now, I'll drive our CAN discussions forward. So let's get started. Let's first understand what a canvas actually is. The word canvas are actually two very separate terms, which often get linked together while speaking in the layman's language. Technically, the word CAN is the shorthand for controller area network. What it basically does is that it allows the devices within your vehicle, like your engine, your gears, your ABS, your wipers, your audio system, or even your car windows to relay messages. A modern day car has many devices, and each of these devices is equipped with ECUs or electronic control units. It is these ECUs that essentially communicate with each other. Now, the problem here is that all these ECUs communicate in different ways. It's exactly like two people who do not know a common language trying to talk to each other. Here, CAN establishes a protocol that helps these devices understand each other and then respond accordingly. CAN determines how two connected devices communicate with one another. On the other hand, the term bus simply refers to physical wiring. Typically, a CAN bus has two wires, a CAN high and a CAN low. When a CAN bus is idle, both wires carry 2.5 volt. However, when a message has been transmitted, the voltage of the CAN high line increases and that of the CAN low line decreases. It's this difference in voltage that usually helps understand if the canvas is busy or is it available. Now, all this theoretical knowledge won't help you if you can't locate your canvas, right? A canvas can be found at the back of your vehicle's dashboard, and you should be looking for a pair of twisted wires. Else, if your vehicle has a canvas device on the OBD connector, it should be on the 6th or the 14th pin position. Now let's hear from Kate about the advantages of canvas, because I'm pretty sure that you must be wondering the purpose of a canvas. Like, why should we go through almost all so much trouble to understand how CAN works?
Yes, Kiran, the key question is still why should we use Canvas? And actually, I can give you several reasons for this. First, CAN bus is cost effective and fast and well simply better. Because of the CAN bus, devices can transmit data system wide without additional wiring. It has not only reduced the overall infrastructure complexity, but also made in-fleet communications extremely efficient. Also, CAN bus is great with handling errors. Every device's ECU has a unique priority ID. High ID message frames get transmitted first, while the ones with lower priority ID back off. So, this message-based system protocol greatly reduces disturbances due to faulty nodes. What's more is that, unlike traditional analog communication, CAN is immune to electromagnetic interference, hence greatly reducing the chances of error and helping accurate data transmission. Next, CAN has added flexibility to in-fleet communication. You can add or remove devices from the network based on your needs. And lastly, CAN can surface vehicle problems like high coolant temperature or low engine oil and prevent complete vehicle breakdown. Well, let's turn good words into good practices and smoothly go to the part where I can tell you in detail what is exactly is CAN device. First of all, I would like to highlight that in our devices we have built-in CAN interface, which doesn't require an additional adapter connection. Look at our CAN bus series of devices shown on the screen. There is one fully functional tracker with internal antennas and CAN bus reading Smart S2435 and two advanced devices with external antennas and with the only difference in the number of supported CAN buses. Signal S2651 with one CAN line and Signal 2653 with two CAN interfaces. In all these devices, we provide operation with standard protocols J1939 and J1708. It makes possible to work with such popular trucks on the market as Van, Scania, DAF, part of Volvo Trucks, some specialized vehicles, tractors, and combines, and to get the basic parameters from them, such as fuel level and consumption, mileage, coolant temperature, axle load, some parameters about vehicle failures, and others. However, for the most customers, it is not quite enough to have this standard protocol support because on one side, these vehicles are just a small part of the fleet they have, and on the other side, they need more available data to control car condition. So how is it possible to resolve these tasks with Navtelecom devices? The first and the most accessible way is using of decoding files. A little more about them, what is it and how to use it. Develop an operation with CAN bus in our devices. We put emphasis on fast and convenient configuration for reading protocols different from J1939 and J1708, and focused on decoding the basic parameters and collecting them into separate files. And it was a particular help of our customers. They send us logs from the CAN bus of their cars in order we can implement their support in our devices. And step by step, we have significantly added, and by the way, we continue adding to the list of decoding files so that our clients do not have much difficulty connecting and configuring equipment. For the present moment, our devices read basic parameters of over 100 vehicles. And among them, by the way, there are some parameters that allow you to control the condition of your engine health, engine hours, engine load, and coolant temperature. Like I said, it is not the limit because we continue collecting our experience and increasing the potentialities in decodification. Of course, we can face difficulties caused by the absence of a particular parameter needed for your project. And yeah, sometimes it happens because, for example, you may have old vehicle or rare model or both. So solution for this problem is coming soon. Right now, our developers are working on the new configurator release with two programs implemented. First one for CAN bus logging and the second one for logs decodification. And yeah, it will be possible to independently from the technical support take part in finding and adding a particular parameter for your business. Well, on this note, let me go to the second option. It is operation with CAN user parameters. Here we give our clients opportunity for self-configuring of devices for parsing parameters from CAN bus by identifiers. As you may have guessed, this option can be used for adding those extraordinary parameters that your client requested you to implement in the project. By the way, our CAN devices support up to 213 user parameters with possibility of adding new ones. Is it a huge space of creativity, isn't it? And special mention, of course, should be made of our device Signal 2653, where we implemented two CAN interfaces. It allows to get data from two different buses at a time by uploading decoding file or by user parameters. So do here what you want. Choose two decoding files or add user parameters or even connect the additional equipment with CAN protocol, fuel level or fuel flow sensors or tachographs. And this here we provide advanced solutions for inquiring minds. All right, guys, let's take a little break from the talk and please kindly answer a question on the screen. It will help us better understand what you prefer most in working with CAN bus. Thank you for answering. Let's go ahead. Talking about the obvious advantages of working with the CAN bus in our devices, I can highlight the following points. So first, it is optimization of costs for the purchase of additional equipment to control the basic parameters of the car, as well as for the purchase of an additional adapter for reading data from the CAN bus. As I said, a direct connection is already implemented. Also, ability to quickly and conveniently configure the canvas using a ready-made decoding files, or vice versa, searching and customizing CAN parameters by yourself. Also, calculation of mileage and engine hours if they are even not in your canvas. And of course, compliance with the standard protocols and availability of basic parameters. So, Kieran, please tell us about software part. How can we analyze all the information in the Uffizio's fleet management system?
Thanks for the information, Kate. You really simplified all the features that a canvas is ideally supposed to have. And I think it will help our audiences pick the right hardware for their fleets. However, all this data means very little if you do not have the right tools to analyze it, right? And for this exact same reason, and to make the most out of your canvas, you'll certainly need a CAN data analyzing software. Here are a few instances where a software can come in really handy. Now, your engine is mysterious. Even the most capable automotive engineers won't really know what's happening under the vehicle hood without the data. If you are a business owner or a fleet manager, you rarely have time to go through the CAN data and understand if those values are ideal or not. That's why you should simply leave this painstaking analysis to us. Uffizio's software helps you understand vehicles' fault codes or DTC. With this, you'll know if there is something wrong with your engine or not. That's why a CAN data analyzer is very important, as it helps you quickly fix your vehicle issues. For instance, your canvas reports a certain engine temperature value, say 105 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, do you know if this value is good for your car's engine or not? Critical engine temperatures means overheating and can bring the fleet to a grinding halt, or even worse, could hurt the passenger inside the car. Besides, these ranges are different for different car models. That's why our software can help you see if your current engine temperature is ideal or not. You get the SMS and desktop alerts for critical issues, so you can take the right action and prevent further damage. Similarly, you must be aware that tires are the second most cost consuming asset next to fuel. When your truck gets filled with goods, your employees may ignore the weight. Axle load or the weight of a truck can affect the health of your tires. Overloaded trucks give lower fuel economy and are at a risk of a tire blowout, meaning a small mistake has a lot of consequences in the long run and is actually costing you more. So keep a check on the axle load and prevent futuristic tire damages with Uffizio. All the canvas related real-time information is directly available in the live tracking screen itself. So you can monitor your CAN data right when the vehicle is being driven. The cool thing here is that this is available in both the web and the mobile applications. So we have in many ways explained to you how understanding CAN data can improve your vehicle health. Now, let's review that and drive home these advantages using of Canvas. So with the Canvas software, you get real-time updates about any impending or existing vehicle issues. You can get these fixed to prevent expensive repairs or complete breakdowns. Along with this, you have access to reports and charts. This visual analytics helps you monitor the parameters of the fleet that matter the most to your business. It will not only help you understand which vehicle devices are costing you more, but it will also help you get insight into the vehicle performance and productivity. For instance, you will see how much your fleet was driven per day and how much fuel was consumed for the same, break down costs, and find room for higher savings. You can configure parameters or even add them depending on your needs. And finally, you can monitor how well your drivers are driving. You'll know when they're idling or changing gears at the wrong speed. There are over 300 parameters that you could potentially monitor with the help of a canvas. Now let's again take a quick break and please take your time to answer the following poll. Thank you guys for your quick vote. Now let's go ahead. Now let's have a look at some of the applications of Canvas. So on the screen, you can see a couple of applications. Those are drivers ed or driving schools. So you can know how your amateur drivers are costing you in terms of fuel or tires or gearbox health. And you can know how damaged your gearboxes are and see if the amateur drivers are pumping acceleration along with the foot on the clutch pedal. Then we have the obvious trucking industry. Long driving hours or finishing deliveries quickly may lead to reckless driving. So with the help of the software and the CAN hardware, you can monitor your drivers and see if they are driving the vehicle with harsh braking or harsh accelerations, harsh cornerings, poor speedings, idling, etc. Then we have the hire and rental industries. Your renters may not want to spend time maintaining the rental or fleet equipments. So don't let their negligence cost you. You can monitor the coolant temperatures, the engine health, or even the overworked equipments, and then monitor whether all are in good shape or not. Now, Kate, would you like to add something to this?
Yes, Kiran, I think I have something to add. You've told us about transport industries where using Canvas data is essential to remotely control condition of the car. So what parameters we can engage to take care about the car's health? Let me list them once again and take them into small groups. So the first one can be engine speed, gas pedal position, engine load, and engine temperature. All of them help to control engine conditions, its load factors, and overheating. Also, distance up to maintenance. It is all about timely maintenance of the car. Actually, the third one, axle load, vehicle total weight. These parameters can inform us about the car's overweight to prevent tires, suspension, and roadway wear. Also, total mileage and total engine hours. They allow us to control the vehicle's resource. And finally, AdBlue liquid level helps to control the timely filling of the tank. AdBlue is essential for exhaust cleaning and to reducing harmful atmospheric emissions. But there is more to come. What if we complete this report with some extra information from the accelerometer and combine Canvas reading with eco driving function? I think it can be a rather good idea. In collaboration with accelerometer data about harsh accelerations and brakings, sharp maneuvers and overspeeding, you can get the full report about driving quality on Uffizio's platform, which prevents undesirable consequences as clutch and brake wear. And in our devices from Canvas series, it is possible to configure up to 6 speed thresholds and up to 4 thresholds of acceleration, for total control of speed limits, and set up sound notifications exceeding of each threshold. And in addition, it's possible to use the option for monitoring the status of the passenger's seat belts and checking if the low beam is on. All this can also be combined into a single report which you can get on Uffizio's fleet management platform. And actually, that's it I wanted to add. Thank you.
Thank you, Kate. So that was all the information that we wanted to share with you on Canvas. Now, I know many of our participants will have some more questions on Canvas, so let's begin the Q&A. So we have a question from Mr. Mansoor Ali. Does Uffizio platform read fuel data from the CAN interface? Yes, the Uffizio platform does read the fuel data from the CAN interface. And moreover, it can show you the real-time fuel value, alert you on any refills or thefts, and calculate fuel consumption and generate the reports and graphs to support this. And all of this can be done without a sensor, just by using a device with the CAN interface. I hope that answers your question. Now we have one more question. How can the driver behavior be monitored using the Uffizio FM platform and CAN bus? So using the CAN data, the Uffizio FM platform is able to identify events such as idling, harsh braking, harsh acceleration, cornering, and even crash detection. And it can also identify the gear positions with respect to driving speeds, which helps in understanding the driving patterns. All of this is available in the forms of reports and alerts as well. Now we have a question, what is the advantage of CAN devices as compared to the normal ones? Okay, that's a great question. Devices with CAN interface have a clear advantage against the normal ones. The one that I consider as the most important one is the access to important data regarding your vehicle's health. I mean, you have data on your screen for which you previously did not. Engine temperature, coolant level and temperature, tire pressure, fuel level, and as Kate showed us, the AdBlue level as well. All this information helps you understand the condition of your vehicle and then take corrective actions if needed. We have a question, will all the vehicles have all the data? That cannot be the case. The vehicles which supports the CAN interface will definitely send all the data. The others, yeah, would not be able to. So again, we have a question from Mr. Prashant. How can we check the driver behavior using the CAN data? So Mr. Prashant, again, as I said, we'll be getting all these different parameters such as harsh driving events or overspeeding or idling events. And based on that, you'll be getting the alerts. There are reports for that. And we also have a provision to create a custom driver behavior matrix where you can create your own driver behavior calculation parameters and then generate the reports according to that. I think those are all the questions related to the software. Kit, would you like to take over now?
Yes, Kieran, let's check the interesting questions. I got a question from one person. What does J1939 and J1708 means at the same time? Will it be read at the same time, or will you need to choose one of the two? Yeah, actually, all our devices support both standards at a time. J1939 via CAN line and J1708 with RS485 line. And I put an example when it can be. So sometimes there are some cars on the market where these two buses meet at the same time. So for example, it can be old Volvo. And in this case, a device with one CAN line, Smart 2435 and Smart 2651 will be pretty okay. Actually, I got only one question about hardware. Maybe other questions we will reply later in the email to our participants. So up to now, I don't have questions.
Okay. So I've seen a couple of questions regarding the commercials pricing, and there are a couple of requests for the demonstrations as well. So guys, our team will be getting in touch with you shortly after this webinar, and you can also reach out to us at info@uffizio.in. So on this note, I'll be ending the Q&A. So I hope everyone present today has learned a lot from this webinar, and it was our endeavor to make this webinar as informative as possible. If you have any questions and you did not get a chance to ask us, please email us again at info@uffizio.in and export@navtelecom.ru. Again, a big thank you for spending your evening with us and being so supportive.